Welcome back, coin hunters and treasure seekers. Today, we're uncovering the secrets behind three of America's most fascinating Eisenhower dollar coins: the 1972, the bicentennial-era legends, and the final 1978 issue. Hidden within these giant dollar coins are incredible stories, rare varieties, valuable errors, historical significance, and collector mysteries that continue to captivate the numismatic world. Some are common, some are scarce, and a few have surprised collectors with extraordinary values. Stay until the end, because the coins sitting unnoticed in your collection could be far more interesting than you ever imagined. Let's get started. Coin number 1. A forgotten giant of American coinage. A coin born during a time of national pride, space-age ambition, and historic change. Resting quietly in old collections, hidden inside drawers, inherited boxes, and dusty piggy banks across America. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar continues to fascinate collectors more than 50 years after its release. Carrying the powerful portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the famous American eagle inspired by the Apollo 11 moon landing, this remarkable dollar represents much more than money. It represents history, patriotism, achievement, and one of the most intriguing chapters in modern United States numismatics. America entered the 1970s with a desire to honor one of its greatest military leaders and presidents. Following the death of Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1969, legislation was approved to create a new dollar coin bearing his image. Production officially began in 1971. Making the Eisenhower dollar the first circulating United States dollar coin to feature a real person since the Peace Dollar series ended decades earlier. The coin was intended to celebrate Eisenhower's legacy, while also recognizing America's success in the Apollo space program. This unique combination of presidential tribute and lunar achievement gave the coin a special place in American history from the very beginning. Large, heavy, and instantly recognizable, the Eisenhower dollar became one of the biggest coins ever issued for circulation in modern American commerce. Measuring approximately 38.1 millimeters in diameter and weighing about 22.68 grams in its standard copper-nickel composition, the coin commanded attention wherever it appeared. Few Americans could ignore its impressive size. Its substantial weight and distinctive design created an unforgettable presence that still attracts collectors today. Displayed on the obverse is the powerful portrait of Eisenhower, designed by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparo. Above the portrait appears the word Liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is placed prominently nearby. The date 1972 appears below, marking one of the most studied years of the entire Eisenhower dollar series. Every detail was crafted to project strength, leadership, and national confidence during a transformative era in American history. Turning to the reverse reveals one of the most symbolic designs ever placed on a United States coin. An eagle descends toward the lunar surface while holding an olive branch, directly inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. Around the design appear the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, along with the denomination $1. This extraordinary reverse connected the nation's past leadership with its future achievements in space exploration, making the Eisenhower dollar unique among American coinage. Among collectors, the year 1972 is especially famous because it contains multiple reverse varieties. The most celebrated is the 1972 Type II reverse, identified by specific details in the depiction of Earth above the eagle. Produced in significantly smaller numbers than other varieties, this version became one of the key rarities of the entire series. Specialists spend years studying these subtle differences, and discovering a genuine Type II example remains a thrilling moment for many collectors. Value varies dramatically depending on condition, variety, mint mark, and rarity. Circulated 1972 Eisenhower dollars are often worth only a modest premium over face value, while well-preserved, uncirculated examples can command significantly higher prices. Certified high-grade specimens, especially rare varieties, may achieve hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Exceptional examples displaying outstanding preservation continue to attract strong competition from advanced collectors seeking the finest known pieces. Mint marks play an important role in determining desirability. Coins struck in Philadelphia generally carry no mint mark, while Denver issues display AD and San Francisco collector versions feature an S. The San Francisco Mint also produced special collector editions, including silver-clad versions intended for numismatic sales rather than general circulation. These special issues remain highly popular among enthusiasts because of their distinctive composition and historical significance. Error coins add another layer of excitement to the series. Off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, clipped planchets, and other minting anomalies occasionally appear. Although most errors are minor, dramatic and authenticated examples can command substantial premiums. The combination of rarity and visual appeal often transforms an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible, creating intense interest whenever notable examples enter the marketplace. Demand for Eisenhower dollars remains strong throughout the United States. Collectors appreciate the series for its historical connections, impressive size, affordable entry point, and fascinating varieties. Unlike many classic rarities that have become inaccessible to average hobbyists, Eisenhower dollars allow both beginners and advanced specialists to participate in a market rich with opportunities for research, discovery, and investment-grade acquisitions. Production of the Eisenhower dollar continued from 1971 through 1978. By the late 1970s, however, the coin's large size limited its practical use in everyday commerce. Americans found it inconvenient to carry, and circulation demand remained relatively weak. In 1979, the United States Mint replaced it with the smaller Susan B. Anthony dollar, bringing the Eisenhower dollar era to an end. Despite its relatively short production run, its historical importance only increased over time. Particularly notable within the broader series are the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial Eisenhower dollars, issued to celebrate America's 200th anniversary. Featuring a special reverse design and dual date, these coins became instant patriotic symbols. While most bicentennial examples are common, certain high-grade specimens, rare errors, and exceptional certified examples can attract significant collector interest. Their connection to a major national celebration ensures lasting popularity among generations of Americans. Stories of extraordinary discoveries continue to fuel public fascination. Every year, collectors search bank holdings, inherited collections, estate sales, and forgotten coin jars, hoping to uncover overlooked treasures. While sensational headlines sometimes exaggerate values, genuine rarities do exist. Knowledge, careful examination, authentication, and professional grading remain the keys to separating common examples from truly important numismatic finds. More than half a century after its creation, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar remains a powerful symbol of American leadership, technological achievement, and national pride. Combining the legacy of President Eisenhower with the triumph of lunar exploration, the coin occupies a unique position in United States history. Whether valued at a few dollars or treasured as a rare variety worth far more, each 1972 Eisenhower dollar carries a story that continues to captivate collectors, historians, and treasure hunters across America, proving that sometimes history can fit directly into the palm of your hand. Coin number 2. Silence often hides the greatest treasures. Deep inside forgotten collections, old family safes, inherited boxes, abandoned piggy banks, and dusty coin jars across America, a giant from the past continues to wait for discovery. bearing the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, the date 1978, the Denver Mint Mark D. United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and $1, the 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar stands as the final chapter of one of the most ambitious dollar coin projects in modern American history. More than a piece of metal, this remarkable coin represents power, patriotism, history, and the closing moments of an era that would never return. Long before the coin reached American pockets, the nation was searching for a way to honor one of its greatest leaders. Dwight David Eisenhower had commanded Allied forces during World War II and later served as the 34th President of the United States. Following his death in 1969, Congress approved the creation of a new dollar coin bearing his image. Production began in 1971, and for the first time in decades, Americans witnessed the return of a large circulating dollar coin. By 1978, the series had reached its final year, making every 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar part of the last official production run before the series ended forever. Massive compared to most modern American coins, the 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar immediately commands attention. Measuring approximately 38.1 millimeters in diameter and weighing around 22.68 grams, the coin is among the largest circulation coins produced by the United States Mint in the 20th century. Its copper-nickel-clad composition gave it strength and durability, while its impressive size made it impossible to ignore. Holding one today feels less like holding pocket change and more like holding a piece of American history. Dominating the obverse is the bold portrait of President Eisenhower, designed by chief engraver Frank Gasparo. Every detail was carefully crafted to reflect determination, leadership, and national strength. Above appears Liberty, while In God We Trust reinforces one of America's most recognized mottos. Below the portrait rests the date 1978, marking the final year of the Eisenhower dollar series. The Denver Mint mark identifies the coin as having been struck at the famous Denver Mint, one of the most important coin-producing facilities in the United States. Equally impressive is the reverse design. Inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia, an eagle descends toward the moon while carrying an olive branch. Above the eagle appears the Earth, symbolizing one of humanity's greatest achievements in space exploration. Surrounding the design are United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, while $1 confirms its denomination. Few coins in American history successfully combine presidential tribute and space-age achievement in such a powerful visual statement. Demand for the 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar remains surprisingly strong among collectors because it represents the final regular issue of the entire Eisenhower dollar series. Many collectors seek complete date and mint collections, making the final year Denver issue an essential piece. Although millions were produced, high-grade examples with exceptional surfaces, strong strikes, and attractive eye appeal continue to attract significant attention from serious numismatists across the United States. Value depends heavily on condition. Most circulated examples are relatively affordable and often trade for modest premiums above face value. However, uncirculated examples preserved for decades can command considerably higher prices. Coins certified in top grades by professional grading services become increasingly scarce, because even minor contact marks can prevent a coin from reaching elite condition levels. As a result, exceptional specimens often sell for many times the value of ordinary examples. Collectors carefully inspect every detail when evaluating a 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar. Surface quality, strike sharpness, luster, preservation, and overall eye appeal all influence value. Coins that have survived nearly half a century without significant damage are becoming increasingly difficult to locate. Because of the coin's large size, it was particularly susceptible to bag marks and handling damage during storage and transportation, making pristine examples especially desirable. Error coins create another layer of fascination. Although most 1978 D. Eisenhower dollars are standard issues, some display unusual minting mistakes. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, double dies, strike-through errors, and other production anomalies occasionally emerge. When authenticated by experts, dramatic errors can command substantial premiums because collectors value rarity and uniqueness. Every newly discovered error adds another chapter to the ongoing story of this historic coin. Production of the Eisenhower dollar officially ended in 1978. Despite its impressive appearance, the coin struggled in everyday commerce because many Americans considered it too large and heavy for regular use. Businesses found it inconvenient, consumers often avoided carrying it, and circulation never reached the levels originally envisioned. In 1979, the United States Mint introduced the smaller Susan B. Anthony dollar, bringing the Eisenhower dollar era to a close and transforming the 1978 D issue into the final regular circulating chapter of the series. Interest in the coin has grown steadily as younger generations discover the history behind it. Many collectors view the 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar as a gateway into American numismatics because it combines affordability, historical significance, and the excitement of variety hunting. Unlike many classic rarities that cost fortunes, this coin allows beginners to own an important piece of American monetary history without requiring enormous investment. Stories of unexpected discoveries continue to fuel public fascination. Estate sales, inherited collections, forgotten storage boxes, and old family coin albums occasionally reveal beautifully preserved Eisenhower dollars hidden for decades. Such discoveries remind collectors that important historical pieces still exist outside major auctions and museums. Every coin has a journey, and many 1978 D examples remain undiscovered in places where nobody expects to find them. Popular culture often promotes the idea that every old American coin could be worth millions of dollars. While extraordinary rarities and unique error coins have achieved remarkable auction results in the broader coin market, ordinary 1978 D. Eisenhower dollars are generally not worth millions. Genuine value comes from rarity, condition, certification, and collector demand. Understanding these factors separates informed collectors from hopeful treasure hunters chasing unrealistic expectations. Within the United States collector market, the 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar enjoys a reputation as a historically important final year issue. Auction records consistently demonstrate strong demand for premium quality specimens. As more collectors attempt to assemble complete Eisenhower dollar sets, competition for superior examples continues to increase. This sustained interest helps maintain the coin's relevance decades after production ended. Few coins tell such a complete American story. Military leadership, presidential legacy, Cold War-era patriotism, lunar exploration, technological achievement, and the end of an important coin series all converge within a single piece of metal. Every inscription, every design element, and every detail reflects a period when America sought to celebrate both its historic achievements and its ambitions for the future. Coin number 3. Dark corners of forgotten attics, dusty family vaults, aging coin albums, and decades-old piggy banks may still be hiding one of the final giants of American coinage. Bearing the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, the date 1978, United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $1, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar represents the end of a remarkable chapter in United States monetary history. Massive, historic, and instantly recognizable, this coin continues to capture the imagination of collectors throughout America and around the world. Few coins arrived during a period of such national reflection. Created to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, one of the most respected military leaders and presidents in American history, The Eisenhower dollar emerged as a tribute to leadership, courage, and national achievement. Following Eisenhower's death in 1969, lawmakers moved to preserve his legacy through a circulating dollar coin that would be seen and used by millions of Americans. Production of the Eisenhower dollar began in 1971 and continued through 1978. During those 8 years, the coin became a symbol of American pride and technological achievement. By the time the 1978 issue was released, the series had reached its final year. Every 1978 Eisenhower dollar therefore marks the closing chapter of the entire circulation series, giving it special significance among collectors. Large and impressive, the coin measures approximately 38.1 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 22.68 grams when struck in its standard copper-nickel-clad composition. Compared with modern circulating coins, the Eisenhower dollar feels enormous. Holding one immediately creates a connection with a time when American coinage carried a physical presence that demanded attention. Displayed on the obverse is the powerful portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower designed by Frank Gasparo, chief engraver of the United States Mint. The design projects confidence, determination, and authority. Above the portrait appears liberty, while "In God We Trust" reinforces one of America's most recognized national mottos. The date 1978 below identifies the coin as the final regular issue of the series. Turning the coin over reveals one of the most fascinating reverse designs ever placed on American currency. Inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia, an eagle descends toward the moon carrying an olive branch. Above the eagle appears the Earth, symbolizing humanity's achievement in reaching the lunar surface. United States of America and E pluribus unum surround the design, creating a powerful tribute to both national unity and space exploration. America in the 1970s was still celebrating the success of the space program. For that reason, the Eisenhower dollar became more than a presidential memorial. It also served as a monument to the Apollo era, reminding citizens of one of the greatest technological accomplishments in human history. Few coins successfully combine political history and scientific achievement in such a memorable way. Demand for the 1978 Eisenhower dollar remains strong because collectors recognize its status as the final year of production. Final year coins often attract additional attention because they represent the conclusion of an entire series. Many collectors specifically search for attractive examples to complete Eisenhower dollar collections, creating steady demand within the numismatic community. Value varies greatly depending on condition. Circulated examples generally remain affordable, while uncirculated specimens displaying original mint luster often command higher premiums. Professional grading can significantly influence value, especially for coins preserved in exceptional condition. The finest known examples are far scarcer than their original mintages might suggest. Error coins add another layer of excitement to the story. Collectors actively search for double dies, die cracks, strike-through errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other unusual minting mistakes. Although most Eisenhower dollars are normal issues, authenticated errors can attract considerable collector interest and sometimes sell for impressive premiums compared with ordinary examples. One of the most challenging aspects of collecting Eisenhower dollars is locating coins with minimal surface marks. Because of their large size and heavy weight, many pieces received contact marks during transportation and storage at mint facilities. As a result, pristine examples with exceptional eye appeal become increasingly difficult to locate as grading standards become more demanding. Throughout the United States, coin shows, auctions, and collector gatherings frequently feature Eisenhower dollars. Interest spans multiple generations. Some collectors remember using the coins during the 1970s, while younger hobbyists appreciate the series for its historical importance and affordability. This broad appeal helps maintain a healthy collector market decades after production ended. The end arrived in 1978 when the United States Mint prepared to introduce a smaller dollar coin. Many Americans considered the Eisenhower dollar too large for everyday use, limiting its circulation success. In 1979, the Susan B. Anthony dollar replaced it, officially ending the Eisenhower dollar era. That transition transformed the 1978 issue into a historic farewell to America's last large circulating dollar coin. Stories of unexpected discoveries continue to fuel excitement. Families occasionally uncover forgotten Eisenhower dollars hidden in inherited collections or old storage containers. While most examples are not worth fortunes, finding a high-grade specimen, a scarce variety, or a significant mint error can still be an exciting moment for collectors. Knowledge and careful examination remain essential when evaluating any coin. Popular headlines sometimes suggest that every old American coin is worth millions. Reality is more complex. Genuine rarity, condition, certification, and collector demand determine value. Certain United States coins have sold for extraordinary sums at auction, but ordinary 1978 Eisenhower dollars are generally valued according to their preservation and collectible characteristics rather than sensational myths. Understanding these distinctions is one of the most important skills in numismatics. Nearly half a century after its release, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar continues to stand as a symbol of leadership, innovation, national pride, and historical memory. It honors a president, commemorates the space age, marks the conclusion of an important coin series, and remains one of the most recognizable dollar coins ever produced by the United States Mint. Every surviving example carries a story from a transformative era in American history, ensuring that the legacy of the Eisenhower dollar will continue to inspire collectors and historians for generations to come. Thanks for watching this episode, and please subscribe to my channel.